Hey everyone, today we're jumping into a really powerful idea that could completely change how you lead. We're talking about using AI not just as another tool, but as your own dedicated thought partner. And we're going to be leaning on some amazing insights from the book The AI-Driven Leader to show you exactly how to transform the way you think, decide, and build strategy. All right, so to really get why this is such a game changer, we've got to go back in time. Let's talk about a cautionary tale. A story most of us think we know, but its lesson is, believe me, more relevant today than ever before. So I want you to picture this. It's the turn of the millennium, the year 2000. And Blockbuster is, well, it's king. It is the undisputed champion of movie rentals, an absolute juggernaut that seems totally, completely untouchable. And we're not talking small-time success here. Their dominance was just staggering. We're looking at annual revenue of $8.7 billion. This wasn't just some company. It was a cultural empire, right? Built on all those physical stores and, of course, those late fees we all loved to hate. And then the moment of truth arrives. This tiny little startup, you might have heard of them, called Netflix. They walk in with an offer. They say, hey, buy us for just $50 million. That's a tiny fraction of Blockbuster's revenue. All for their little DVD by mail idea. And what did Blockbuster do? They basically laughed them out of the room. They were so blinded by their own success, they just couldn't see the future staring them right in the face. And this is the part that's just haunting. These are the former CEO's own words, looking back. He admitted that by clinging so tightly to what worked in the past, they completely missed this colossal opportunity. That one decision, a decision rooted in assumptions they never bothered to challenge, it led to their downfall. So this brings us to the real heart of the issue. See, Blockbuster's failure wasn't just a one-off thing. It's a trap that pretty much every leader is facing right now, often without even realizing it. It's that constant grinding battle between doing what's urgent and doing what's truly important. And here's the crazy paradox, right? Leaders know what matters. A huge survey found that 97% of senior leaders agree that strategic thinking is the single most important part of their job. I mean, that's practically unanimous. So if everyone knows it's so critical, why isn't it getting done? Well, this slide right here, this is why. The day-to-day reality for most leaders is a calendar that looks like a game of Tetris gone completely wrong. You're constantly getting pulled into putting out operational fires, you're drowning in data, but you're starving for actual insight. And the constant dings and notifications, they just shatter any hope you have for deep, focused thinking. These are the invisible anchors holding leaders back. But what if you could break free from that? What if you could actually carve out that precious space for strategy? Not by going on a week-long retreat, but in just a few minutes, right from your desk. This is where this whole big idea of an AI thought partner really comes into play. Now let's be super clear about what we're talking about. This isn't about asking AI to write a slightly better email, okay? This is about a total shift in thinking. It's about elevating AI to a whole new role, a partner that can chew through massive amounts of information, challenge your own biases, and just accelerate your entire strategic process. And this quote, man, this just hits the nail on the head. It perfectly captures what's at stake. The threat isn't the AI itself. The real threat is being left in the dust by your competitors who are using it to think faster, smarter, and better than you are. And trust me, this shift is already happening. Okay, so how do you actually do this? Where do you even begin? Well, it all starts with a fundamental shift in your mindset. And it's one that Satya Nadella modeled perfectly when he took the reins at Microsoft. He looked around and saw a company full of brilliant know-it-alls. You know, people who thought they already had all the answers. Sound familiar? Cough, Blockbuster, cough. His entire mission was to transform that into a culture of learn-it-alls, people driven by curiosity. And that mindset right there is the essential foundation you need to truly harness a new tool like AI. Once you have that learn-it-all mindset, you can put AI to work for you immediately. So here's a super simple but incredibly powerful way to avoid that Blockbuster trap. Use your AI as a challenger. It's 4 easy steps. First, you just give it your strategic plan. Then, tell it to act as a thought partner and challenge your assumptions. After that, just engage with its questions one by one. This simple process can reveal weaknesses and blind spots you would have totally missed otherwise. All right, let's bring this all home. I want you to forget about these giant, complicated AI implementation plans for a second. Becoming an AI-driven leader starts with something much, much smaller. It starts with just one simple action: your first conversation. Your first goal is simple. You need to have what the book calls a light bulb moment. You know that feeling, right? That aha instant when you see AI take a real, relatable problem you're dealing with and give you a genuinely insightful, remarkable perspective. Once that light bulb goes off for you, you'll start seeing the possibilities absolutely everywhere. And look, we're going to make this ridiculously easy for you to start. Here is a prompt. You can literally just copy and paste this. Just find one problem you're wrestling with this week, open up your favorite AI tool, and type, "I would like you to act as a thought partner. Here's the situation. Please help me think through potential solutions." That's it. That's your first step. So we'll leave you with this one final thought. The leaders at the companies that are trying to disrupt your entire industry, they are already having these conversations. They're using these tools right now to find an edge, to think bigger. The only question left is, are you?